couple more deals in the pipeline as a loan officer.
Yes!
Just a couple more.
Just 2.
It's not a big problem.
Little.
It's a little problem.
Small.
We're in the business of
Little.
helping you with that problem.
Yes.
Just click the link down below. You'll see it says LO Mastery with Listing Booster. Click that and register, and we'll show you the goods and help you with your problem.
Your little tiny problem.
Itty bitty problem.
Don't take that the wrong way, guys. Hey, have you seen that new emoji?
No.
It's this.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Okay.
I always mess up emojis, by the way.
Okay, so keep going. No, I interrupted you.
Yeah, it's okay. No, sometimes I've sent an emoji and somebody come back like, what? WTF? What'd you send me that one for? I'm like, well, I thought it meant this. Like, no, it means that. I'm like, well, I'm not an emoji guy.
You know what your problem is?
What?
Me and you.
We're too old?
We're too old to
Yeah,
emoji.
that is true.
I can't do LOL. I can't even do that. And I know that makes me a dinosaur, but so what? I accept it. On with the show. The CaseShiller Home Price Index of the top 20 major metropolitan areas across the United States. Across the United States says that prices are really, really high now.
Okay.
Here's a graph to prove it.
All right. Graph.
Now, the only thing... People like graphs.
Love graphs.
Now, the only thing that I can think that's interesting is the very, very, very last right part of this graph.
Okay, what's it do?
Because it appears that the steep climb that we've seen since really prior to 2010 has done some leveling off.
Sure.
So the question is, are home values just taking a break and catching their breath?
A little breather.
On their way up to new heights?
Ah.
Or is this the inevitable correction that we keep talking about?
Home price corrections are like earthquakes.
Yep.
They're coming.
Yep.
You really can't predict them. And when they hit, they both really hurt homeowners.
Yeah.
So for us to keep saying it's coming, it really is. Okay? And we just don't know when.
That's right. Now, my thinking is it's gotta be soon.
Okay.
It just has to be, because the house prices are so damn high right now.
Housing starts are at a 2-year low, so with limited inventory, rising home prices, and interest rates, and new home builders aren't building enough homes to create any pricing relief, here's a graph to prove that.
So, home values are gonna keep going up? I mean, our new home builders aren't helping us out.
Right, so probably.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Frank, the market will not crash because the last crash was built on inflated demand from loose lending guidelines.
Right.
Bullshit! The current housing price increase is based on low supply from a lack of building.
Right.
The last crash saw horrible lending practices, with the bottom 1% of loans having credit scores in the low 500s.
True. Right.
The current market sees the lowest 1% of loans with credit scores, did you know this, in the high 600s.
Well, above 600.
Maybe it's
okay,
not a bunch of
right.
BS.
Well, on the contrary, the market will correct because affordability. Many people are having a hard time affording rent or mortgages. If there's not enough people to buy, prices will soften. Tax plans as well. With the proposed tax bill, it'll be much less advantageous to own a house. Let's not forget interest rates. If rates rise significantly, it'll make it even less affordable to get a mortgage.
So again, are home values going up or down? This is really the big question that we all face today.
Right.
Now, CaseShiller just showed us that home values are slowing down right now. We do know that. However, it's not happening everywhere. In Idaho, Nevada, Utah, Georgia, and Arizona, we're still seeing massive gains in home values.
Okay.
States, by the way, that all have low tax bases
Interesting.
are very business friendly.
Interesting.
And home values in those states have more growth opportunity.
Right.
But they're also doing better financially.
There you go.
The states aren't. They're not running in the red. By the way, did you hear this?
What?
This is super funny. Speaking to this
Tell
point,
me.
Andrew Cuomo, the New York State governor, accused the Florida governor of stealing New York residents.
You're stealing my people!
That's exactly what he did. Now, Governor DeSantis of Florida, he said, we're not stealing anybody. You're pushing them out
There you go.
with their anti-business tax bases that they have.
Here's an excerpt from that article. Economist Richard Rahn has created a chart that includes a comparison between the tax rates of New York and Florida. He writes that while New York imposes high taxes and conveys an anti-business attitude, the recent debacle with New York losing a headquarters for Amazon is just the latest example. Florida imposes no state and local income taxes in addition to the federal income tax, yet Florida is booming with a budget surplus while New York is mired in debt. Only 50 years ago, New York had 4 times the population of Florida, and now Florida is larger than New York.
That's pretty wild, and people don't think high taxes have an effect on states. Well, let's not get into politics. Now, the point is, many of the states where home values are high have traditionally been high.
Right.
Also, pretty much, they also have high tax rates,
Right.
the most expensive entitlement programs in the nation, and have over the last decade become less business friendly.
True.
Paying for those programs with higher taxes. That's what's happening. Now, the unintended consequences of these actions are businesses and now people are leaving those high-cost, high-tax states for low-cost, low-tax states, and it's happening, my friends, in droves. So, the question today is, a home price correction or not? I guess the answer is yes and no. Yes, for the most expensive cities and states like all of California, Seattle, Boston, New York, and a resounding no. In fact, home prices will keep climbing in the states where these mass migrations are coming from. So if you're in a blue state, sell. Don't blame us for being partisan or not. This is just what people are doing.
Speaking of California.
Yeah.
Okay, my beloved socialist stronghold.
Yeah.
Didn't Kim Jong-un just land here?
I think I did see that.
I bet we'd roll out the red carpet for him just like Nam is doing right now.
We probably would.
Nam. Vietnam. He'd probably get a ticker tape parade. Anyways, look at this title document that was just recorded in the city of Martinez, California in 2019. True story.
Oh, this is crazy.
In case you can't read it, here's what it says.
No first, nor plot, nor residential building in this tract shall be used, occupied, resided upon, of persons on wholly of the white Caucasian race, except servants or domestics employed by the domiciled with a white Caucasian tenant or owner.
Fascinating.
This was just recorded like a couple
Weird.
days ago.
Okay.
Now, this caught my eyes because it's a deed on a home that was purchased in Concord, California.
Really? This is right in our backyard.
It's where I grew up, Frank.
Yeah.
But this wasn't recorded in the 40s. This type of legacy language is, well, unenforceable, but what the hell is it still doing on not just this deed of trust, but as the story goes, a whole bunch of deeds all across the state of California?
Fascinating.
So, Frank,
Yeah.
it's just nuts to see this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, so I hereby propose right now, because we like to solve problems, that every deed in the state of California should be cleared of all this crazy discriminatory legacy language from the 1940s, 50s, and God, 60s, I hope. Ooh, gosh. As it should have been done years ago. And by the way, if you have this in your state too, can we just get rid of this crap?
I just can't believe our California leaders haven't jumped all over this.
Of all the things that we are a champion of, this
swear to
crap
goodness.
is still going through?
All right, well, you guys have a great day. Leave us your comments down below. Do us a favor, forward, share, and subscribe. If you're meeting us for the first time, we'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate.
Bye!